Teach them how to think at least 5 times even before they open their mouth. Discipline, self-control. Teach them how to sit on the square and sit still. Teach them how to listen.
The question we have for today's episode is, how do we give back to the youth? Also, the guests for today's episode include host of the Masculine Development class, Pop Keys, and Neurospace founder and host of the Misfits podcast, Mars.
Okay, so as I was reflecting on my own life, there were a number of key individuals and moments in my formative years that shaped me into who I am today, mostly unbeknownst to them, and whether it be teachers, coaches, and so on. Sometimes it was an opportunity, and sometimes it was something as simple as a simple statement. Mentorship is a recurring theme in our discussions and a shared interest among the group. And I wanted to brainstorm with this group of powerful brothers to find a solution to how we can guide our young brothers and sisters, and then dive specifically into what we can do for young Black men.
Good question too, brother.
Floor is yours, Pop Keys.
Well, brother, the question was how we get back to our youth.
Correct.
Well, you know, brother, we have to teach our children the truth, first and foremost. But when you look at it, our children are caught up in a bunch of lies and fantasies, fake holidays. They don't have a clue who they are. They don't know what they're here for, what their purpose is. They're here to rule. They're not to be subjugated to anyone on this planet, because they're direct descendants from the created nation themselves. This star and crescent means that we are the rulers of our universe. We put it there. Sun, moon, and stars, and taught civilization on 7 planets in our universe, knowing there's 9. That basic knowledge right there is missing, because in 1555, they brought us over here and stripped us of all knowledge, all culture, and killed off the rest and separated us. So we fast forward to today, according to our nature. See, our young people know that we're supposed to be doing something much greater, and they resent our generation because they know we haven't done the job. But we always try to tell the young people what they're doing wrong. Well, have we created opportunities for our people? Only thing we tell them, go get a job, get your so-called education, get you a job, a dog, house, and the picket fence. But when you sit down and look at it, a lot of that opportunity is denied because the environment that we placed in, we don't have any control. You understand? So you have to go meet our young people where they at. You know, we have to have a better educational system that comes from us, not from our open enemy. And that education got to start in the family. That education starts with the mentors that know what the hell they're talking about. Now, I can mentor you, and then I can integrate you into a dying society and have you join into that. And in this foolishness that we got going on in America that's trying to contaminate the whole planet with all this feminine energy that they got putting on males and putting all this masculine energy on the woman, on our young daughters, wearing combat boots with their hat turned around and running around holding hands with a sister. And you look at the woman that is so-called female police, she looking at you like she want to do something to you. We out of order. Bottom line, we don't give our children responsibility. We don't teach them how to cook, clean, character development. You understand what I'm saying? No morals and no values that's coming out in front of our people. When you cut over social media, TV, look what you see. Look what our children being exposed to, because we don't have any power. And then as Black men, we should be striving for power. Power gives us control over what comes into the minds of our children. Then we have to move to the head of the family. Be providers and protectors. With that responsibility was made much more harder by this system, because They not only denied the man this for the black man and his family, but they took him out the home and limited this opportunity. So a lot of brothers walked away from their family because they couldn't take the pain no more. They didn't know how to stick it out. And so our children, in particular our young males, grow up with a lot of resentment, man. And they looking at you as their father and their parents, you know, and confused because they look at the world and everybody riding good, taking trips, dressing good, talking a whole different language. Like I listened to Deion Sanders tonight. He said, man, I went to this Fortnite school. He said, but all the parents, you know, is high level. He said, all the parents of the students are either doctors, lawyers, or owners. He said, I was ashamed of my mother because she worked a job and worked for somebody else. You understand? Clean the house, whatever you said. You understand what I'm saying? So we got to change this, you know, and then we got to start from the bottom. See, a lot of us like to go to the so-called top. A lot of brothers hang out with the entertainers and all these people that's on the camera and all this old foolishness, but that's not really the top. You know, we've been talking about Elijah Muhammad, the bottom must come to the top. And then when you get past that so-called top that they got all the Negroes sitting in, you realize that ain't even the top. That's an illusion. But where is the opportunity that those are sitting out there in the entertainment business, Hollywood, whatever the hell they might be, and making a few dollars? But where is the loyalty and the contribution to the young people? What's being brought back to the young people in our communities that we try to tell them how to dress? Then we criticize whether I don't agree with it about the type of music that they putting out. I don't agree with the music, but look at the lack of opportunity. So if somebody put something in front of you shiny, what you think you gonna do with brother from the hood trying to get out? He gonna snatch it. Then you being controlled by your open enemy. All our children came to the school that we built and created for ourselves, 19 kids and all my children. We set up a large educational school for our children, brother. We don't need to go into these house of poison that dumbing down our children. Brother, when I was locked up at 19, was standing up against the police, 2 counts of aggravated battery because we stood up. And I used to teach in the school, and the young brothers teaching mathematics, writing, and all that old type of stuff. But the brothers would come in out of Chicago, heads of organizations, but couldn't read and couldn't write very well. But they were brilliant mentally, you understand, because the stuff they were teaching them in this public school system by George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, and Humpty Dumpty went up a doggone wall. It don't resonate. Our children not even getting the proper, they ain't even teaching coding in most of the public school systems today. But our young people keep phones on them. They want to know the proper knowledge so they can elevate. Well, we are not reaching out. Only thing we doing is telling us to vote every 4 doggone years, waiting on somebody to look like either Donald Trump, a Sleepy Joe, a Mitch McConnell, or some of the other funny looking folks they got come in front of us making promises, and then our young people looking at this because they don't see any results at all. But they sitting in the belly of the beast suffering. You understand? So I say to the black man in America, it's our responsibility. You all that's here tonight, you're not here by no accident. This is the will of whoever you want to call it, the Most High. You understand? To uplift our people, give them knowledge that they can use. And then we say we move with the mindset, take over time. Because if you move like that, then you understand the risks and what the consequences will be if we don't, because you can receive the results because we haven't taken over. Look at our condition in America. They think they can turn back the clock, but I'm here to beg the difference. They should never be successful again. That was the will of God himself. So when I talk to young people, I empower them with the knowledge that they can use to build on, and you set them in the right direction and set them in an institution so you can teach our young boys and our young daughters how to be upright. You understand? How to control their thoughts. When negative thoughts come in your mind, how to throw them out because they're all around us. Everybody experiences negative thoughts just come out of nowhere. You be saying, I said, damn, where'd that come from? But you know, when you get grounded, you know how to throw them out. I just say, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. And that thought pretty soon they'll move out because you teach them how to control their minds. Well, we don't teach them that. Matter of fact, we don't teach them nothing outside of what the Caucasian telling us to teach our children, and we lose them. We got to get back to our women, our young daughters. I say, and tell them who they are and what their purpose is here and why they here. Tell them they're beautiful. Tell them they're great. Show them that fatherly love. Daughters need love. They need to be encouraged about how great they are, who they are. And the divine women of the planet. And don't even know that the self-producers of God himself. And I always hear women say, well, how come I can't be a God? But damn it, if you wasn't taught by the Caucasian, you wouldn't know. You understand? If God exists with all of us and every last one of us, then what does that make you? And on top of that, you're the reproducer.
Not to cut you off, but I had a question for you.
Come on, soldier.
As you're speaking about teaching the youth and learning from the Europeans and the white folks, one thing I heard recently was that Europeans and white folks haven't been able to rule a civilization longer than 500 years. So technically what you're saying is about time for us to get together in unity. It's about that 500-year mark. Well,
it has been up. They was only put here for 6,000 years, and they lost 2,000 years up in the cave-sized hills of Europe because we damn near forgot about it. That's why we had to send Musa. They teach them the lost art of tricknology. We taught them even how to speak. It took years to teach them how to get out of grunting. When the Moors went off into Spain, we brought all medicine, science, agriculture, and all of that to the Europeans. But they Johnny come latelys, brother. And the knowledge that they given us is not correct. And the other knowledge they hide from us so we won't know the power that exists within us. We have the power of the mind, but who's teaching you how to use your mind? Who's teaching you how to access it? You understand? Who teaches you how to control it? You understand? Who teaches you how to just take your mind, man, and just shut it down? And blank out everything, because we think we so damn smart, you understand? But if you cut it off and just wait for the answer to come from the universe, you get the right answer every damn time. Because we are not that damn intelligent than the Most High, but we are direct descendants of the Creator himself, so therefore we are created with the same abilities. You understand? This is a different language and knowledge for our children, but they need to hear it. In the larger educational system, brothers, we were teaching pre-algebra to 4- and 5-year-old students. You understand? And none of the teachers were certified at all. But if you walk past the classroom, the door will be closed, and the teacher asks them a question related to that equation, an algebra question, and you just hear the children just read, I know. I said, all praise due to Allah. This is where my sons and children came up in, this type of environment. Then you balance it out with different activities. You can't just sit in no damn classroom, especially young boys, all day long. Expect you to sit there and then they want to put you on a drug. Right. And all this old type of stuff. So, you know, those are just small snippets, man. There's so much that I can go on, but I ain't gonna do that. I'll let you go on and do what you have to do, brother. That's how we get to our children, brother. We got to teach them correct knowledge. But this knowledge, they teaching us with Al Sharpton and all these other brothers. You know, they useful in their own way, but that's not the knowledge our children need to be hearing. They need to come out and become powerful, innovative creators and businessmen, architects, science, mathematics, high engineering. So when we get ready to make our move on this planet, called Africa, the door is going to be wide open for developing the next superpower. That's why I say everything lined up for if you practice righteousness and do the right thing. It's our time now, take over time. The whole planet is moving in this direction. You can look at it on the international scene. The black man in the so-called motherland is finally stepping up and saying enough is enough. Why are we sitting here today, broke, hungry, and out of the doors, and got all the resources on the damn planet? Understand? There's no need for the young people in the so-called motherland to be suffering at all. Why? You got it because you had a generation that sold out to colonialism. All of this got to come off the table. So that's our job, to take it off the doggone table, brother. That's the way we need to teach our children. Now, y'all got a job. Y'all got a purpose. You understand? To put the planet back in this rightful place, because one thing about it, if you understand the universe and the power of the mind, those that rule on the planet, their mindset permeates throughout the universe. And the mind is a creative force. You understand? And it can create other beings, other things, other plant life, because that comes out the mind and nature of the black man anyway. That's why we got animals and sicknesses and plants that never been on the planet before, because they're produced by that devilish mind. See, all of this will leave oppression and stress. Where did this stuff come from? But I ain't never really been oppressed myself, because, I just learned about stress when other people gave me their definition, because I always knew how to alleviate it. You understand what I'm saying? But we don't teach our children proper diet, eating all the wrong foods, producing all the wrong thoughts, the wrong energy. Then we emulate what we see in our community, where they make sure brothers still running around here trying to be dope dealers, brother. Man, this is 2023. Y'all still playing that game? You understand? That's attracted to our young people, because they say, well, hell, they got all the girls, got the car, but they don't know that's the price that come with that. All these young brothers sitting in jail. Brother, I just had a nephew that did a life sentence of 20 years. But he came home on a murder. Got set up. I got another nephew, hopefully come home next year, the next summer. Been locked up over 20 years on the petty case on top of that. But it's the family that he represented in the namesake, because one thing about it, they don't want any young black men or black men that's fearless and don't mind speaking truth to power. Now, you the most dangerous man on the planet, and they find any type of way to destroy you. That's why they're attacking the young black males. Every day they're attacking the young black males, and the mothers are not preparing their children when they go out the home, or the fathers, if he's there, what to expect and how to deal with the police, even when they get stopped. But they all get hyped up and get afraid. You calling on your mother, making false move. These people sitting out here to take you out. This is government sanction. That's why no laws are being passed to stop it. You can see it just as plain as day. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna cut this off, brother. When we growed up, when we jumped off, when I say I picked up them 2 counts of aggravated battery on the Alton Police Department, because when we were growing up, we used to see the injustice. We hear the old people talking about how the white man was doing them, and how the police were jumping out, jumping on people, men and women. And well, hell, we young soldiers, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, growing up, we wasn't having none of that. We said it to ourselves, because we stayed fit, trained up, running out of the box, fight. You was found very tactical. So my brother was the track star. He went to Texas Southern University, state champion in Illinois, Mo Pittman. Had the record for a long time. He went to Texas Southern. So he came back that summer on a visit. And he had a lot of juice in the community, because people looked up to him as a leader. So he come out on the block. But they had business, blacks own all this stuff in the area. So here come the police. He got about 20, 30, 40 brothers out there, and these are different type of black men. These ain't the ones that are gonna roll over because you show up. 2 little white boys in a blue suit. So they gonna jump on a little brother named Dupree. He wasn't no more about 13. He just happened to come out the house because he stayed in the neighborhood. And my brother stopped. He said, not today. Understand? All the brothers stepped up and circled the police. So they backed up. Because they punks anyway. When we know they were going to come back that night. Well, we called one quick meeting. And because we got tired of the injustice and the discrimination, we didn't have no but 2 black people in the police department, none in the press, none that worked in the downtown community. All our people worked in them damn unsafe factories and stuff they had in the town and stuff like that. So we said enough is enough. We had called a meeting. Everybody had their side of town, and everybody had their instructions. You understand? So when the night came, the night belonged to us. I ain't telling nobody to do anything. You dig? But when the night came, because we know our community better than anybody, all the cuts and the paths and the woods and the high ground. So when they came to call, we made a call. Come down higher. They come down about 6, 7 cars deep. Brothers, they lit it up. All across town, put the lights out the whole 9 yards. And this went on for a long, long time. I don't know, brother, how we made it through it. By the grace of Allah, but we growed up different. We growed up wanting to be free. We growed up wanting to have power and control. And we definitely wasn't rolling over to no white boys, and we knew they wasn't, they were the weaker side of us too. So all these things is missing in the equation now. You go out on the block, bring the gloves on the damn blocks. We gonna box on the block. So you don't want to be weak out there amongst the brothers. But you ain't got none of this stuff going on now. You know what I mean? Talking about bullying in school. And I was just telling the brother Yaku that came by and hollered at me today. And I was telling him about some of the things that happened with my son when they were going to school, like Asian one. He was a smaller brother, but he was taught how to defend himself well. So he went to the school down in elementary school and had a big old dude. We messing with age one every day. You understand? He was trying to be the bully. So I told age one, you're gonna have to get him up off you. Try to handle this peacefully. So that one day he went to school, ate on the playground and looked around, age one and got on his back and busted him up. Now y'all gonna call us about my son whooping the bully. But after that, they became good friends. You know what I mean? Well, we got to teach our children to be strong and fearless and honest and upright, brother. Well, be showing everything dishonest, how to be dope dealers, how to lie, how to cheat, how to steal, how to cut corners. Don't teach them how to be respectful around the elders, how to respect the woman, how to protect the woman. Boys even know how to change clothes, change a diaper, how to take care of their family, teach them how to cook, make them take out the garbage, sitting up there playing with a doggone phone all day long. But damn, you ought to be rich all day long if you had some sense. You know what I mean? Then you ain't got to worry about going out there getting in trouble. Brother going to jail, brother, young brothers, 19, taking 10 to 15 years because they young. Brother, that's 10 you done lost out your life. And when you come back out here, cause prison ain't nowhere to go for nobody. Because that's where you really learn the nature of man. Because all borders and civility is taken away. Now you dealing with a lot of savage-minded brothers, a lot of narcissistic men, a lot of murders and killers and all type of mentalities. And we all bunched up together in these cell blocks. And you come on these yards, brothers hooking up in gangs, getting ready to come home. They sending you on the hit on the yard, and you just made parole. And all this old type of foolishness, you got leaders that call themselves chiefs. But they ain't nothing but snitches for the warden. And all the soldiers they'll bring down from upstate, they'll lock them so far up in the prison, brother, you never see them again. You understand? So it's a lot to learn about the nature of a man. And one thing I learned about white men, that's what really let me really know. And I used to see them come in, white boys. And they, I wasn't in no organization. I didn't join it. Who I represent, hell, I represent Muhammad. Just that damn simple. So they didn't bother me at all. You did, but I would see when they would have all these organizations, El Brooklyn, Vice Lord, Disciples, Latin Kings, and Aryan Nation, and all that stuff. Then people would come in, these young white boys, and everybody would take their time, different organizations. They're going to their story. Then I would see them when you don't get showered every day, but when they had shower, white boys would go in the shower. And I see people going up in there knocking them off. I said, damn. They ain't even fighting for their manhood. You dig what I'm saying? Damn, man, at least you're supposed to fight. But y'all bending over, so I said, why in the hell could they be ruling us? And they ain't nothing but punks. And I said this at an early age when I peeped it. They ain't supposed to be in charge of us, brother. That's why they turning up young men and women out with this agenda. And we don't seem to understand it. Why y'all pushing it on the motherland? Why y'all get it all throughout our community and the curriculum and the school systems of America with some damn LGBTQ, whatever they call it, being taught, being able to get a sex change? And if you can't recognize that for what it really is, we're really in a state of emergency. You understand? But all I go tell these young brothers, which ain't even old enough to vote, you understand? You can't tell them a damn thing. There's no agenda been set up for the young black youth or the black man in America at all. Nothing has specifically been decided, but we done died in every war. All the so-called human rights and civil changes that have come in America is because the black people brought it in. All the culture, all the knowledge and technology that we enjoy today come through the mind of the original man. This is what we got to teach our youngsters. Brother, you got knowledge. Only thing you need to be doing, be put in an environment that would bring it out of you. If we was by ourselves and let alone for 20 or 25 years, brother, we have had technology, you understand, could nobody touch without research and development called everything now. Look at it. Only reason you can't recognize because we carry the devil's name. You understand what I'm saying? He don't have the ability to create anything. We have that ability. That's why he need us. But we don't recognize it because corporate America snatches up our brightest and the best. Then they end up working for white America. It's supposed to be brought all that back home, brother. Then we formulated and took it to the motherland. And claims the land of our own. That shit, we be on top. You would have to probably fight a little bit to keep it, but a lot of them might leave with us anyway. Now you get that vision to the young people. Where's the black man vision at? Where's our vision for the world? It ain't none. Talking about the new world, that's all I hear about. So what do our youth have to draw from? The vision of the white man that don't give a damn about them? Only thing they want to use you as an asset to enhance what they already got going and perpetuate white supremacy while we asking for a job or a title. Hell no. I want this title for our people. Rulers of the universe, gods of the universe. But we will rule in a righteous manner. We can't govern like white folks at all. We have to change the whole dynamics in the system, the way we live, our culture. Then we can really get down to the nitty-gritty and teach our children the right way. We can't really teach our children in the public school system who they really are. Tell you the truth about it, they've already taken our so-called black history already. That's why we need our own certain ritual that we take our children through to develop them mentally, give them that character development that they so much need, get rid of all the sickness that's in our community, holding us back. Why young people? Why do you think young people committing suicide? A young person don't want to live on the planet anymore. Something wrong. Something completely wrong. And it's our responsibility, young brother, to bring about a change. That's the bottom damn line. We have to do that. That's how we reach our people. And the black woman, well, I'm not worried about her, even though she out of pocket. But one thing I know about that Asiatic black woman, and if you sit down and talk to her the right way, and she got some good damn sense, she'll tell you what the real problem is. She'll say, y'all ain't doing nothing. You ain't putting anything on the ground that we can draw from and work in. That woman should be working for us. But hell, she got to go to who? The man. You did? For a job. See, all of this stuff is backwards. But if we get back in charge, we don't have no problem with that black woman set up our protocol and our better way of life. And she gonna fall right in, I can guarantee you. She been waiting on this all the damn life. She can say what the hell she want to say. Then our young daughters will have something positive to look forward to strive for in life. And the young men will know exactly what they're here for. In a nutshell, brother.
I like the word you use, protocol, because on a previous episode, I stated my belief in that I believe that as black people, our destruction has been systematic. So we must be engineers of our own systems to undo that and then evolve past that.
Yes, we have to evolve. That's why I use the phrase that the minister used, the evolution of the revolution. Understand what I'm saying? We have to evolve. We are people. We from the holy tribe of Shabazz. And they talk about 360 degrees of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. That's true. But there's higher degrees than 360. You understand what I'm saying? We have unlimited ability, but it had to be taken away from us and put to sleep in order for the Caucasian to rule over us. Now, we starting to come back alive. Quite a bit of us, not all of us gonna make it. But we starting to understand now and getting back in touch with our nature and our purpose. And the bottom line is this: which side you gonna come down on, God or the devil? A lot of people choosing right now, as you look at the world, riding with the devil for what? For things. You dig what I'm saying? For things.
Conveniency is really the biggest thing.
Yeah, they got us selling out for things, brother, that really is irrelevant. Because all them things that you fighting for and playing technology on, if we had our own here, you can go in your backyard and dig that stuff up. You know what I mean? Or you can go down to your brother. You understand? And get a good deal. You know, we just, like the Africans just learned how to cut their own diamonds. Recently, Belgium and them Jew boys that kept that knowledge. Look at all the wealth under our feet, brother. Come on. We don't have no business, but it's the leadership. It's the education that we getting. It's a big, big difference. I tell you. We keep letting this white boy educate us. Pretty soon, they'll have everybody running around in pink. Dig? With a damn dress on. Watch and see it. Except for a hair, fool.
Not me. Not me.
No, sir.
They say soldier?
I said, not me.
Yeah, you know, I was just making a little pun, you know.
It's getting a lot of us. Trust me, it's getting a lot of us. You're absolutely right, but not me.
I hear you, brother. I already know you. You wouldn't be here tonight.
I appreciate that.
They be hitting that unlike button right now. You know what I mean? But it's been an honor and pleasure, brother, to come on and talking with you brothers tonight. And we need academies, brother, set up for our young men and our young women, because we had our system set up like that, where we had women to know how to talk to the young girls, bring them up into their femininity. And at the same time, they strong. Because all my daughters, you know, all of them, they dangerous. Kalima, we put her in martial arts. She learned all the katanas and stuff. And she used to be getting at her little brother once upon a time. My other daughter, my oldest one, Maisha, you know, they all know how to defend and take care of themselves very well. You know, they were taught that mama was strong as well. You know, in some cases, she was more dangerous than me. If you mess with the family, she'd be want to take you out in a minute. Hold on, sis. You know what I mean? You try to handle this another way. You know, but this is where you got to teach your children. You know, and I would take them out to the block. Or they had the dope fiend. They smoking crack, or take them out on the block and show them the difference between the pimps and the hoes. So it won't be no surprise when they grow up. You understand? We take them out and you see the people getting high, they be trying to hide what they doing and stuff like that because they still had that honor and respect. But they just got caught up, and I told them, you know, they was young like you once upon a time. You understand? But now you see the circumstance that they got caught up in. This is not what you want to do. You understand? You want to bring about a change when you show up. You know, we have to do all these things, brother. We had our Elijah Educational Center. We had a young brother come to us, named Ivan. I think he was about 7 or 8. And he had been kicked out of the public school system. He was big for his age, but they didn't know how to control him. He had a temper. But we brought him to our school and he got with us. He's a 5-star student right now because we was able to bring all of that bent up anger that he had, but at the same time, he had teachers that understood him, knew how to relate to him. And then he get out of hand, we have him just come to the FOI class, have his parents bring him to the FOI class, be there 6 o'clock in the morning. Now you can get some of this stuff up out of you. Now you can put on the gloves, go to the body. Somebody your age, you get this stuff out. Sometimes somebody might get the best of you, you're gonna get mad. You're already getting busted up. Now why you wanna take the gloves off and fight? You understand? But then they realize that's because I get angry, don't mean I'm gonna succeed. You understand? With this type of understanding. Teach them how to think at least 5 times even before they open their mouth. Discipline, self-control. Teach them how to sit on the square and sit still. Teach them how to listen. Teach them how to talk. Yes, sir, no, sir. Teach them how to comprehend on that's what they have read and they get before the whole body. Jabril, the 19 keys, but they were trained from little children. They would have to come before our audience on Savior Day. We set up our school program, 500, 600, 700 people sitting out there in front of you from all walks of life. You was a little short, about 5, 6. You come out looking at all these people. And then the first year, you know, the real they got a little stuck, a little stage fright. But that second year, when they had to come out and teach on DNA and all that type of stuff, they've been gone ever since. But you put that self-esteem in them and that courage in them, brother. Teach them how to look. I meet a lot of little young boys today. They don't even know how to shake your hand. They don't even know how to look at you in your eyes because you see them with their mother and their hands be just as limp. I tell brother, you know, get your little tighter grip, brother. Don't look me in the eye, young soldier, because you're going to be a great man one day. And I'll talk to him for a minute. Put that in them. You understand? Because mothers don't know a lot of them. You know, they just want them to look cute. They just want to have fun. Want to go to Chuck E. Cheese. So, and they having a good time, the parents feel good. But hey, it's more to life than having a good time. You got to prepare your children to succeed. That's all we want to do is have a good damn time. I mean, they hit me up this week. My little granddaughter, Mina, she had a birthday. They want me to post on Facebook. Hell, she just turned 3 or 4. She can't read what I posted. So I realized this is really for the parents. You know what I mean? It's really for them. Mina can't read what Grandpa sent her. And when I see her, then I talk to her. You know, different things like that, but we got to take our children to a whole nother level of understanding, like the Bill say, high level conversation is so necessary now. But the family to me, brother, that's the key. If you all don't have family, y'all gonna have family one day. But you got to know what you're gonna bring into your family, and you got to make sure you choose the right one.
And now let's take a brief pause from today's episode for our Business of the Week segment. This week's Business of the Week is 1865 Brewing Company, located in Hampton, Virginia. The 1865 Brewing Company is the first Black-owned brewery in the Hampton Roads area. They have a wide selection of finely crafted Belgian ale and hard cider to fresh coffee and tea for non-drinkers. Be sure to check them out for your next social outing. Now back to the episode.
My other children's mother were good mothers. Understand what I'm saying? You know, we was able to get on the same page, get her introduced to Islam, and she been gone ever since. You know, and but that's so key because the mother is so important to building the nation. Is the woman. She don't, because she's the first teacher, bro. First nurse. Actually, she's the first guide to the children. Because she provided everything for them. You know, my children, Bashir, the one that go by the name of Aunt Pooh. I brought him out the womb of his mother at home with my own damn hands. You know, Pop, the one that brought your butt out. There's no white boy there snatching on you. I cut the cord. Laid you back on your mama's stomach once it cleared. Picked you up, turned to the east, gave you back from whence you came, gave you right back to Allah. That's why you think he's so doggone spiritual now. You dig? But this is where we got Samad. Because we had children, I seen the doctor was never there. And so we went and got Rashida Muhammad. And her name made the history books because back in the days in the 60s and the 70s, she got locked up because she was militant. And they put her in the jail down here in Georgia. But what happened was one of the deputies tried to come in the cell and rape her. But he had a gun on him. And she got the gun off of him and killed him. And they had to let her go. So that was their midwife. Now they got a street named after the day in Oakland, right downtown from Rashida Muhammad Boulevard. You understand? So it's a lot that you can, then you teach when your wife is pregnant, then you make sure she eat the right food, eat live animals, live food. Make sure her mind, and you have to treat her a little different. You got to treat her special. You understand? She gonna trip with you, that go along with it. But you make sure you treat her special because she carrying your seed. Because she say, this is what I want to do. I love this man so much. I want to reproduce him inside of me. That's exactly what she said. Understand? That's your seed. And you never deny your seed, irregardless of what your circumstances is. You understand? I ain't gonna never deny my seed. You understand what I'm saying? So these are little things, brother, that we have to get back to. You the first teacher. I used to take my children, walk with them where they can barely talk. Hold them by their hand and then tell them who they were. And I ask them repeat, who are you? And I tell them, you the Asiatic black man, the maker, the owner, the cream of the planet Earth, the God of the universe. And I said, who are you? And they go back, try to, and then eventually it just became natural for them. And the only thing I forgot to tell them though now, you might be God, but brother, you can't walk in front of no damn car. You understand what I'm saying? Our children take it literally. You understand what I'm saying? I heard the real teacher, I said, damn, I forgot to tell them that part. You understand? But tell your children who they are, man. They're gods. We the only people that worship someone that don't look like us. And we got him in slavery. And then on top of that, they really, really researched. They even know that even Esau was a Muslim. He came up and said, Assalamu alaikum, peace be unto you. You understand what I'm saying? But our people don't know. You know, they got King James version of the book because we highly spiritual people. And the white man knew this about us. That's why when he came to Africa, he came with the cross. And we've been suffering, you know, with this ever since. You know, even though Christianity did come out the motherland, that is not the Christianity that the white man taught us. It's something different. You understand? By some old little great gay guy that had lovers and all type of stuff and had sex with his mama and got nerve to give us a book called King James Version and show you how ignorant we are. They got nerve to put holy on the Bible, but it said King James. So all these things, brother, we had to overcome. King James. And we got to do it fast.
No, my question was, I know what you're talking about. The modern depiction of what the white Jesus portrait is based off of that individual that you're referencing, and I'm trying to remember the individual's name.
They say that Michelangelo Rubber. I don't know, brother, but whoever that dude is, that ain't the one we talking about for real. It's not. And I mean, I'm not trying to attack nobody's religious belief, but you got to speak the truth regardless. You understand? Right. Even in Islam, Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessing be upon him. But Islam for the original man didn't start 1,400 years ago. It started from the beginning. Started from the very beginning, because Islam is really just the way you live. Once upon a time, there was a time, brother, where the black man didn't even know what it was to even tell a lie. That's how upright a people that we really are according to our nature. And we the only people in this universe that don't have to submit to nature, because nature come up out of us. You understand? That's powerful knowledge when you understand. Understand what I'm saying? When we pray, and look at this. When we pray, we give an instruction to God what we want him to do. What kind of God y'all praying to? God don't take instructions like that. You understand? You always asking for something. They ain't adding up to a damn thing. But what you need to be doing is trying to manifest and tap into that God that exists within. You understand what I'm saying? So when you send out a prayer, you send it to yourself to manifest that which you have within you. If we taught our young people that, but they ain't been taught. One thing we know how to do with my brother in the FOI class, what they do. But we gonna test you, man. Let's put that circle up. We have you stand up, we talk to you, see if you can stand a little bit. Ask you if you got any type of illness where you can take a seat. Come on Saturday morning, we put the gloves on, let you work out. But now, brother, you ain't got that pistol. Let's see what you know. Understand? You know, you put the headgear on if you want to. Mostly buy shots, though, about 2 second rounds, 2 minute rounds or something. And brothers sitting there, their guts sticking out, and young men that ran out of gas. I said, yeah, brother, you can't reach back and grab nothing now, huh? You have to figure this out now, brother. That means you got to get in better shape. That means you got to put down the alcohol, down the cigarettes, all the bad foods. You know, clear your eyes up. Get that self-confidence back in yourself. But most brothers carry guns, can't fight. You understand? And then most of them, they ain't not shoot. That's why they always miss the doggone target. You know, when you bring that self-confidence out the black man, brother, he'll change. You understand? And give him an opportunity to work. We provided jobs. We provided housing for families. We wasn't getting no government aid, but we businessmen. We set up our own business, our own company, our own school. So a brother come, and a lot of brothers, we buy them suits, we put them on posts, on security posts, downtown Frisco, where we had, they had to wear suits. Yeah, and we buy the suit for you. We buy the suit, man, we tell the brother come in so we can see what he looking like. Damn, brother, you done bought the suit, but you ain't put a hem in your pants. These are not jeans. You know what I mean? You don't wear your suit pants like jeans. Little things like that. You know, now you get your check, go home, pay your bills. And if you didn't have housing, we had housing units, and we will give you and your family and your baby an apartment. You ain't had a dime. But at the same time, we give you a job. So as you work, you pay it back out your money when it come in your check. You understand? So much. Each payday. Now you got a place with your mom, your wife ain't cuss you out. You don't have to hear all the way down the damn street cussing you about what you're not doing. You used to running out in the street trying to hustle. Now you ain't got to sleep with that pistol up under your pillow, because now you're doing righteous work. And one thing about it, brother, when you practice righteousness, it's hard for the devil to contend with you, because he don't know anything about that. You understand what I'm saying? Taking care of your family now. Now you can plan ahead and look ahead because you got something coming in. Instead of you trying to figure out how you can hit a lick. You understand what I'm saying? This is what I mean by creating opportunities for our people, brother. We had to do that. And I know it because we are doing it and have been doing it for years. And we was hit by the government of America for doing those things, brother. They didn't want to see us succeed and taking the brother off the streets and connecting them back with his family and teaching them the knowledge of self. Well, now when you see the brother, he ain't talking about nigga this. He saying, yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Talking in a civilized manner. His eyes ain't red no more. You understand? You don't hear the argument coming out the house no more. things are getting taken care of. You learn how to get up and be somewhere on time. A lot of brothers ain't used to getting up, being somewhere on time. And then when you set up an organization, you got to understand your people. What we would do, you had to be on post at 9 a.m. in the morning. Well, we're going to protect the business and our money, so we created what we call a buffer. Somebody we know don't be there. So we'd take the brother or the sister and send them to that post. So when the brother show up at 9 o'clock, we on time, then that buffer can leave. But if they don't show up, you stay there until we get somebody. That's how you have to protect your interests. We did all those things because we knew the shortcoming of our people until we can get them up to speed. You understand what I'm saying? All these type of things had to be done in our community. That's what we call a cooperation, not corporate America, but cooperation, where we learn how to cooperate and understand the people that you're working with. You understand? Sometimes you might walk past, Assalamu alaikum, brother, they might not say nothing. But you just already know, well, he must be having a bad day. You ain't gonna take it out on him because he got a bad day. Later on, you come around, brother, what's going on? How you feeling today? You know? And they can open up to you and relieve some of that pressure and stuff like that, because the black man in America is up under tremendous, tremendous pressure. And our children are feeling it, brother. They looking, but they don't see anything down the road for themselves. And they don't see us meeting the challenge. And that's the key. You know, I met brothers, man, you know, with athletes and stars and stuff, now they on the bottom. You know, or they on drugs, and I talk to them and stuff, you know, tell them who they are. And of course, sometimes they test you because they don't know you. You know, and then I let them know in my own way. We get an understanding that we can really communicate. But that's where the work is, brother, to me, is in the streets. You understand? Because I go around, I see it pretty much every day. And I see our young children in these hotels with their mothers, with 2 beds in 1 room. Some got roaches running around. But they trying to go to school, buses picking them up. They standing out in front of these hotels while a school bus come by and pick them up. I said, damn, it's very hard to learn up under those conditions. But then when they get up and they start acting savage, but we want to talk about our young people, but we haven't did anything to alleviate none of that they got to face. We don't have no housing for our people. Build America, we sleeping on the sidewalks, like Marvin Gaye used to say, sidewalk sleepers. Sleeping on the sidewalks, be raining. Some people done took food to them. Some people were so sick they couldn't even get up to get the plate, brother. And sitting outside a damn shelter on top of that. You know, that's so unjust to us as a people in this day and time. If you just really know the history of this country and the way they gave the so-called white immigrants land and everything off the top. But Reagan come back talking about pull yourself up by your bootstraps for hell. Didn't nobody have no boots. They walking barefooted, understand? But now, Allah, the Mahdi that I call him, is with us. He's here to help us. It's our time now. Whether you with us or not, it's gonna take place, understand? And only a few of us called to bring the message to the people. That 144,000, they're here now. So when we unite up under divine unity, and the only way we can unite divinely is God got to do it himself. You understand what I'm saying? Because we've been so divided from self, hate self and kind, and the only thing you can post something good on social media, somebody gonna find something wrong with it.
Every time.
You understand what I'm saying? So we don't have the mindset of unity. We don't have the mindset of loyalty to one another. You understand? Our loyalty goes to the highest bidder. You understand? That's why you find the Caribbean blacks back in slavery time were some of the most rebellious, because they were still loyal to their motherland, to their people.
Haitians, for sure.
You understand? So when they brought us here, they broke all that up. We didn't have no sense of law there. We come out of Jamestown, Virginia in 1555. Every man for himself. That's why I used to go to LA, and I didn't really like it that much because they had that Hollywood mentality. I get mine, you get yours. You understand? See, that type of mentality don't work for the Muslim because we taught to reach back and pull another brother or another sister up, you understand? And take them along with you, like other cultures do. That's why they stay ahead of us. You know, we just want to flash, and you get a damn talking about you Gucci. Man, come on, man. Shit, I go to Payless to get something look just as good if I have to. You know what I mean? I ain't got no Gucci. I don't need none. I ain't trying to wear his name. Shit, I can make something, put my own name on it. You understand? We can manufacture and produce our own stuff, sell it amongst ourselves. Yeah, we can make a tennis shoe and decide to call it Blackie. And we trade amongst ourselves, make it $1 million product and manufacture and produce it right here. You understand what I'm saying? This is what we got to do. We got more than $1 trillion economy, brother. Suppose we start circulating that money and building up institutions for ourselves. It'd be over with. Game changer. You talking about make America great again? The cracker be coming out the woodworks. See, there ain't gonna be no more Tulsa, Oklahoma, Rosewood. Y'all ain't running up in here burning that stuff down. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you do, before you get back home, somebody gonna be at your front door and your back door. This is the way the black man got to start thinking. You understand? We got to be dangerous in America, brother.
So
but we have to be
that, Pop Keys, you mean we got to be ready for a revolution, ready for war, ready to die?
Yes.
To change.
Because when we stepped out there, we were willing to die.
Yes, sir.
As young people, we were willing to die. You understand? And some people did lose their life. You understand what I'm saying? You know, some people got locked up, you know, because this their system, and they come at you. You know, they locked me up a couple times, hold down my brother and everything. My partner, man, this going to trial all at the same time at the courthouse, brother. Jury trial too. And I beat my case. My brother was on another charge, I forgot what it was. And he had a mistrial. And my other partner in the third courtroom on the same floor, he had a mistrial. So when they brought us out the courthouse, they brought it out the front steps too. Had all the press out there. They just know they had got us, brother. But we came out, man, and throwed up that black power sign and went on back to the county jail back in them days. And we had a little smoke in them days with those smoking blood. What called blood beer, figured out that next move, you know. And this is the way we were sold. We get in the law book, study, file our own motions, and you know, I had an attorney, I had to fire him his pay because he was telling me to do something I wasn't going for. And we put in motion, had state period attorneys and stuff like that. And I had Mr. Mendelson when I was picking the jury. And I learned the whole process of a jury trial, everything. I went through the whole process, all the closed door meetings and stuff. And but when I said he was a Jew boy too. So when we sit down picking the jury, I told him, I said, because I had a gun charge, but they tried to give me a felony, and I had been off paper for over 5 years. And I could have got rid of the gun, but they had brought people in from different places in the country trying to knock us, and we had got tired of it. We went to take them out one day. Said, the hell with it. You know, because we like our people, man. We wasn't murderers and stuff like that. You know, but enough was enough when they tried to move on my brother one night. And they had the police on their side because they brought them in. So we go up there to the spot. We get up to the spot, the police sitting in front of their house. They protected them. So we kept moving and they jumped in behind us, but we shook them. And my brother jumped out the car, him and another brother, you know, they had the weapon, took it with them, and hit the woods. But I kept my stuff and rolled back around. So you see them following us. And so we went to pick them up. They were gonna come back out the woods, but then here come the police. So I told Reggie, he's the younger brother, and I told him, keep going. I got out the car. The house I got out in front of, I knew who the person was. And they was in the yard, they had a couple kids out there. And he get out, so I get out the car now. I got my strap, but I can't throw my gun, man, I'm telling you. I don't know how this police gonna act. He might try to gun me down. I don't know. But I kept my gun when he get out. This cop I had never seen. He was a young, like, rookie cop. I don't know. When I'm looking in his eyes, I didn't see that killer in his eyes. He did. I said, oh, hell, I'm good. And I just raised my shirt up. You understand? Then with me doing that, if he just took it off of me, it'd been a concealed weapon. I said, I'm strapped, man. He looked, he said, all right. Dude. And supposed been a misdemeanor charge. Now, you know, we done been through all of this type of stuff at a young age, brother, fighting this system. That's why I say we've been on the front lines in so many ways. And that just is one of the stories of many. I ain't telling the story when I finally got into Islam and got to Oakland at the bakery. That's a whole nother situation by itself. I got it, but I just been slow in writing it, brother. Because it's hard to tell your story really to me. There's so much that I could tell. And but these are young brothers though, man. Some 14, 15, I think. I went to prison at 19, 2 counts of aggravated battery on the police. But when I walked in the door, you know, my head up. Soldier in, soldier out. Those were my thoughts. And you know, they take you into detention and stuff like that for 2 weeks, doing that evaluation. But I would hit the yard though. And I would walk the yard by myself. I knew a couple of brothers from my hometown there. But I walk the yard by myself, so I'm peeping, because I got to get my respect off the top. Because some brothers come up to me and approach, who you represent? I represent the Muhammad family, brother. Yes, sir. And so I'm going to the court. I see all the lieutenants and the chiefs and the soldiers on the basketball court. They out there, you know, they roughhousing and jump bucking and one another. I called the game and picked my team. You understand? And I get on the court now, we balling, you know, they gonna try you and roughhouse, but I'm bucking right back. You understand what I'm saying? They said, damn, this brother crazy, man. You did what I'm saying? But I had to go get my respect, because I seen brothers disappearing. They like, what the hell you doing? Shit, I'm a man just like you. You dig? And I didn't live by the gun. You understand? There's a lot of stories I could tell you. Got into it with the chief or the gangster disciple, trying to take my seat in the barbershop, man. Thank you, his partner. I didn't know who he was at the time, but man jumped in my seat. I'm getting like, hey man, you gotta get up out of there. Brother looking at me and stuff. Oh, this the chief, man. I don't care who this brother is. You understand? It's my turn to get my hair cut. You understand? So another brother said, man, you knew this. I said, all right, then I went on, took the chair and stuff like that, man. But you know, this is the way you got to move, brother. I don't fear nobody but the law. You be intelligent about things that you do, because in jail, you know, we call it gladiator school. You know, I've seen men, brother out of Chicago called vampire. He wasn't no conformist at all. He wouldn't submit to their rules or nothing. They had this brother up on 10 tiers. And they went in his cell, put him in a straitjacket. And they drug him down every last still step. So we did them 10 tiers and got to the bottom, he dead. And then I'm in the East House, you can look out up on the hill like a bluff. They had the grass like you see in the movie, black and white collar with the white crosses. And that's where they buried this man. But he never had a phone call. He never received a letter. So they knew he didn't have nobody to care about him. So they knew they could get away with murder, and that's what they did. So I done seen quite a bit, some things I won't even go into, brother. You know, that's what I really recognized before I even come into the teaching of Elijah Muhammad. These people are devils. Understand? I said, damn, these are the devils right here. Because see, in prison, they don't have no controls on them. They can do whatever the hell that they want. And that was a brother that's from Jamaica. He went to prison, brother, at 17. And he came to this country and they put a murder on this brother, which he didn't do. But now he's an old man. Could barely get around. And this man was a free man, brother. But he had been locked up so long in his youth to where he didn't know nowhere to go. So they let him stay in prison. They let him play on a crank game where he got moving and stuff like that. I said, damn, he a free man and ain't got nowhere to go. He been institutionalized, you understand, for this long. So he died in prison, brother, free man. That's some things that brothers really need to think about when you out here moving in the streets, wilding out, acting a damn fool. A lot of brothers been to jail, man, because they were drinking and made a mistake, temper flared, caught a case, murdered somebody. You understand? Drinking that wine, whatever they said they were drinking, and called a case. Good brothers and stuff like that. You understand? Just get caught up, then they max you out with a lot of time. You come out, you done lost most of your youth. You understand what I'm saying? You know, all these things that's happening, this is a cold situation that we've been placed in, you know, unfathomable situation that young black men, and now the women are catching the same thing. They locking them up left and right, you know, and they pushing all that homosexuality on the people. And you got people coming in crazy, their minds are gone, and you got to be in a cell with this person and all this old type of stuff. Shit, you better call the shot. You got to go part this. I had people come in, man, I'm violent, man. I have seizure. Well, brother, you need to hit that button so you can find you another spot, because, you know, I ain't no way I'm gonna sleep up here with you. Brother, you know, you gotta check out, you know, all these type of things, you know. Some brothers I've seen taken advantage of because they wouldn't stand up for themselves, brother, take their food, push them around, beat on them, and let's treat them bad. Damn, this big old tower, brother, man, you ain't got no heart. Come on, brother. You know, but this is what be going on, you know, amongst men. You know, you'd be surprised at stuff that men do when they become unchained in those type of situations. That's why we call it gladiator school, brother. You know, and I don't think our people need to experience that type of situation at all, especially if you're young, because a lot of brothers snap. I've seen people hang themselves. You understand? One white boy did it. He had a cell next door over us. We was in the county fighting the case, but we wasn't quick to call nobody, tell the truth about it. I think he lived though, but we didn't call nobody. Shit, cracking a hunger cell, shit, that's on him. You know.
Keys, I gotta ask.
All these things, brother, you know, all these things. Women been killed for standing up. Some of our best soldiers have been women. They loyal, stuck to the program, you know, and they locked us up. Some of the women got knocked off, found them across the river, face down, and all these type of things, you know. They done, and they've been trying to take us out a long time, but we will along.
Hey, Pop Keys, Brother Desmond had a question.
Yeah, I won't cut his wisdom too soon. But I gotta ask, so rewinding just a little bit, there were a few things you're touching on that made me rewind to one of our earlier episodes in the season. And I wanted to ask you, I know you pretty much gave us $1 million worth of game already, but what do you think are some foundational principles that we should have as mentors in the community? You know, just based on everything you said thus far. And one of the main reasons why I'm asking is because you hit on it, you hit the nail on the head when you said the people that are serving as mentors really don't know nothing. So with us being in the position that we're in, what are some of those foundational principles that leaders in the community should have?
Well, to me, if you're really a leader, you're supposed to be a servant unto the people. And then if you're a leader, you got to show them a way out. You understand what I'm saying? If you can't show them a way or give them solutions to the problem, you understand? And then the one thing about men, because I'm the leader of men, been teaching and training for many, many years, is that the way I lead is by example. I don't ask you to do nothing. I will show you how to do it. Then that way you can't say nothing. Well, hell, if he can do it, I can do it. You understand? We have to give our young people a better example of what leadership really is all about. And the knowledge you give them should empower them. The knowledge we receive, it don't empower our young people. It's the same old beat, the same old language, same old thing. Go knock on the door for Billy Bob. See if you can get a proper education. Teach your children morals and values. Teach them how to be responsible. Teach them not to lie. Teach them to make their word bond. If my word should fail, I should give my life. That's how powerful your word can become. Brother, if you keep your word, brother, back in the days, you know, we needed money and we was in the street of hustle. I could go to a brother, man, let me get 2, 3 G. He gonna give it to me if he got it, and not gonna ask me when it's coming back. Because he know it's coming back. Why? Because I gave my word. That's why I did this tonight. I said, because I gave the brother my word. You understand what I'm saying? Don't just say anything up out your mouth. Build and develop. Teach the young people how to run businesses, brother. Teach them how to create business. Encourage them. Teach them how to study. Our children don't mind study if they got a reason to. And they're pretty sharp. That's it. It's takeover time. It ain't no magic one. But look at all the stuff that we had in front of us. And all the strong leadership, they murdered. Go back and study the history. The those that they couldn't control, they murdered in their yards, in their beds, on their balconies, on the roads and the byways and highways of America. They took them out. You understand? But you got to have an army today. You got to teach our people how to work in group operations. You got to teach them that. Hold on. Give me a minute, sis. Let me call you right back.
All right.
And you have to teach them, because we teach them this. 4 men make an army. 4 men can take a city of 10,000 if they train properly. Just that simple, brother. You know, the military warfare is a science. And when I talk about warfare, it ain't all about the gun, because we don't manufacture, produce any of these and have no hospital. So what we had to do is use our 7.5 ounce brain that we have and outthink the devil, because he only got a 6 ounce brain, brother. That's all that he has. But we have the ability to manifest. We have the ability to create. You understand? We just don't know how to manifest yet, because it's been taken away. But it's slowly coming back in. Teach our children that they got brain power. You understand? Tell them that they from the tribe of the righteous. Teach them that they've come from the indestructible tribe. Teach them that they come from the tribe or the first beings, human beings on our planet. You teach them that we travel to the 7 planets in our universe and civilize those planets. You teach them on the history of Mars, that they look like us, but they taller and they live longer. But our planet is where the most wisest gods live. It's here. And we are always the type of people that like to experiment. We scientists by nature, because I like science when I was going to school. You understand? But we scientists by nature. We always figure we can learn something, and once we get it, we can improve on it. You understand? Now, I know I'm that way. I know most of you all say, I got this. Let's see what else. We try it this way, see if this works. You know, that's our nature. We creative. But you see a lot of people, especially young people, aspirations, go into the trash can because they see that they can't live out their dream, because the resources are not there. They're not Bill Gates and Zuckerberg, where they people got money, or they got an uncle over here to run the bank, or a loan company somewhere, or they can go and get some finances to manifest them thoughts that's in their mind. You understand? That's what keeping us back, is the resources to manifest the idea that we have in our mind. and bring them into reality, because you got to go get a loan. And a lot of them ain't got good credit. You understand what I'm saying? I know I don't. You understand? And get those type of investments. So that's why I say we need to start our own conglomerate, invest in ourselves, brother. You know, we got too much money that we wasted on a bunch of foolishness because you want to look good on social damn media.
The black dollar is very powerful.
Yes, and then those that be able to make it out to the suburbs, and you see their children riding around in a new car, and they get pulled over by the police, they scared to death. Damn, brother, you still black. Just cause you in the suburbs don't mean nothing. That white boy see you as a black man, a black boy. You don't get the same damn treatment, understand, as the brother on the block. But the difference is that the brother on the block know what to expect. But you using the language of those people over there, no, you the same, partner. I remember Masterpiece of Romeo, like he got all upset and scared because they pulled him. Man, your father come out of Richmond, California, brother. Yeah, I've been to Richmond, had standoff and everything over there. So, but you had been taken so far away, you put your children in private schools around a bunch of other people, and they come back home talking about fucking, hey, Pop, hey, brother, what happened to you? You understand? I used to know a lot of brothers go to school and come back talking like a white boy. Hey, brother, what happened? I don't even think I want to go that way. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta change your whole psychology, even the way you talk. You got your penny loafers on now, you got your pink damn shirt on. What happened, brother? You understand? Just like the movie, Get Out. You know, but we just have to teach our children, brothers, you know, the main thing is really character development. Teach them how to develop their character. That's why you have people that have so many flaws and illnesses and things of that nature, because their character out of line. That's why. That's why a lot of illness is on the planet, because your character lines up with your body. You understand what I'm saying? Mental illness and all these old type of things. You don't have the ability to control your thoughts. Thoughts come in like waves and they go back out if you let them. You understand? A lot of you just hold on to that damn wave. They get bigger and bigger, and then you don't know how to control it at all. And it puts people into a depression and whatever that could be. You understand what I'm saying? But I don't know. I was able to see the light at the end of the tunnel, because whatever I got into, in most cases I was just, because I never did no foolishness. So I know I'm coming out of this situation. Bottom line, you know, some people know they done been so unjust to themselves and to the world, and they can't see no light at the end of the tunnel because you done did so much damn wrong. You're not out here trying to stand for your people or find a better way to get things done. You know, you want to go out here and become a little devil. So when you get locked up, you don't see no way out because you didn't have God with you. Understand what I'm saying? God always make a way for you. You understand what I'm saying? All the stuff people thought we was locked up and gone, you know, they didn't get no support. Took all the bank accounts, shut down everything. A lot of believers got scared and left. They did. The businesses, restaurants and everything, temple shut down, security company shut down, school and all this, everybody got scared. And fell to the wayside. I did 8 months and kind of got out. First thing I did was put our flag back up. I opened our restaurant back up. Yeah, I had to go in there. It took me down a week to get it back cleaned up and get it restocked, supplies and stuff, and open that door. And the reason I did that is because to let the white man know. This flag is still up. You might have hit us, but we still moving forward. We ain't stopped. We wasn't selling no drugs. We wasn't running around shooting up no damn body. Only thing we were doing was going after major contracts and winning. You understand? Because we got good at proposals. You understand? We won a $30 million contract with the, I forgot what they call the metro system in LA. And we had that all the way down to Lancaster. You understand? And over 5 years, 30 mil. And we'd have got that money, Oakland wouldn't have a high crime rate right now. It'd be a whole different city. But they don't want men like us that know what to do with money for the good of the people and to develop institutions that our people can draw from and create opportunity and learn from. They don't want, they hate it, understand? And they even locked down mothers, brother. Sister Amina Brother Sharif, our minister's mother, 70-something years old, ain't never had a traffic ticket. But to put the pressure on, they locked up his wives, understand, and other sisters. Ain't never been in jail in their life. Try to put them on a damn conspiracy charge because we have business meetings. We have business meetings. You understand? Formal business meeting, take notes and express ideas, go over material and stuff like that, how you want to move, go over our proposal, or we going out to another country, different things that you had to discuss and stuff like that. And these crackers try to make a damn RICO charge out of that, bro. Come in with tanks and smoke grenades, busting out walls and look for drugs. Ain't no damn drugs. My spot was the only one that they didn't hit because they didn't really know where I was, where I laid my head, but I got the call file. I came down and looked to see the police running all that temple with their little tanks and battering rams and hitting homes across town and all that old type of stuff. And I'm sitting there just looking at them. I just called the brother to come down and secure the temple. So I had to weigh my option. Now I'm gonna be on the run. Well, I ain't gonna do all of that because I ain't did nothing wrong per se. They ain't got nothing on me. So I just told the brother, so I just got out of my car, told him to take my car back to the house. Walked over there and they looked up, oh, there he is right there. You dig? So they arrested me, took me down, so I got a picture of that and stuff like that. Only phone call I made to make sure y'all put some money on my book so I give me some compensation. I'm good. So, I know I'm gonna be here to fight this out, but I know they didn't have anything they could charge me with, to be honest about it, but they try to, they hit all the accounts, took all the money and all the resources and all that. But we still prevailed, brother. And I've been to trial with two of my sons, 19 Keys, Asian one, Brother Sharif, and myself, jury trial, brother. And they put us on, they had us on, what's that, some type of torture trial, some other type of stuff. But I got mine dropped, and they had Jabril, they picked him back up in Iowa. That's when he was young, running around being salesman and stuff. Picked up my son, the Asian one. Now I'm going to trial with my son, brother, real life jury trial. You understand? We done picked the jury and all of these things. And but I had my attorney with Mr. Got his name, but he was a young public defender just coming in, real sharp. He's sitting there with his laptop and study case law and stuff. So I had him, we hired Mr. Cardosa, he do federal and state cases. He was our lead attorney. And then Jabril had an attorney, looked like that cracker on Boss Hogg. He ain't never won a case. And Asian one had this attorney, but what we would do, because we couldn't get Asian one out, we bailed Jabril out. And when we would go out to Mr. Cardosa office, we sit down and strategize though, and how we gonna move and stuff like that. We picked the jury and we didn't get acquitted. But we had 8 for acquittal, then we had 4 for guilty. But that was on the charge, brother, from a man. He's about 6'8", about 360. And what happened was, we had a brotherhood house, brother with their wives and stuff, they stayed in it. And we gave him a spot and a job. But he wanna come in and started bullying in the house and stuff. We kept hearing about it. He kept calling, lieutenant called us. Dude done try to punk him and his wife in the house, so we got to go talk to the brother. So we go out there and talk with him, and then he go to talking real crazy and stuff, so we had to go and put the checking on him. Understand? And I took the Jabril, the Asian one, there with me because I had him in training anyway a little bit, see how they were going to handle that situation. But anyway, this cat started all that stuff. And then he ended up calling the police once he was able, we let him go. Took him to the hospital and patched him up a little bit, but we went to the trial and he came to court and testified. But come to find out, because, we had did our research though, brother. Plus we know where he was going to go. So what we did is we brought in our makeup artist though. We didn't even leave the house. We had Sister Quadia come up with her kit, put some damage, made it look like we had got hit and blood on her face and stuff like that. Took pictures. So when we go to trial, we presenting these pictures in the court, man. This is what happened. This wasn't like he's saying it. Even though the judge didn't admit it into evidence, we still produce our own evidence. And so we had an 8-4 for acquittal, but we know if we went back, you understand, they're gonna rig everything over. So we just took a 3-year probation, brother. Jabril got acquitted because he had that look, that young prep look. So every time, the jury would go out to the break room, we send Jabril down there. You understand? Go on out there, get your snack, brother. Let them know that you're a civilized young man, not this picture that they trying to paint in the courtroom. And it worked. They found Jabril not guilty. They found the Asian one not guilty on one charge. He had some other charge, I forgot, it wasn't that much. And but going to that courthouse, you don't know, brother, if you're gonna be coming back. We went for down that whole week, walking through the courthouse and shit. We don't know if this is gonna be our last taste of freedom, but I tell you this much, we fought and we prevailed. Understand those type of things that you will have to face when you stand up. You receive all type of different things, And one thing about Oakland, though, we did have a lot of black police officers that stood with us once upon a time. We even had a judge. And if our people, because we made a deal with the police, and our people got in trouble, all y'all do is call us and we'll turn them in. Because we know if we turn them in, they're going to get recon bailed out the next day by the black judge that we had. And it worked pretty good. We had a lot of different things set up, for our situation and stuff. But when black men stand up, brother, and exert knowledge and strength and know-how and reaching back, trying to pull their people up out the mud, they hate that. They don't want to see that. They ready for you to sell drugs, you understand, all day long. We're trying to change the condition of our people, you understand? And we were very proud men because, black people got a reputation of not paying. They people. Well, we never missed the payroll, brother. Not one. I'm proud of that to this day. You understand? So when you're doing security, sometimes your invoices don't pay out for 45 days, but you got all these people on post. So what we would do is, we wouldn't even take a pay. We would pay our people on payday. If brother had pressing bills, need a little money, he draw that down off the money for when they come in. You understand? Then we just wait and receive our pay, but we make sure we paid our people, bro. You understand? We wasn't riding around no new cars and flashing and all that little type of stuff because that wasn't what we was about. We were setting up schools and houses and businesses. You understand what I'm saying? Developing opportunity and teaching our people how to live upright. That's what we got to do. It's that simple. We go out into the community. If they call us, we go out into the community and support the people in the community. And then we done took people home back from the drug dealers. We done took their businesses back from the drug dealers, put ourselves right in the middle of all type of conflict. But we prevail. Understand? Allah's always been with us. When you're doing the right thing, brother, God always with you. And we have been taught to never to be the aggressor. Teaching y'all people never to aggress. Never aggress anyone. But you have the right to defend yourself in the fruit.
Absolutely.
We fight to the death. But you ain't jumping on me and think you're going to run around and talk about it. Now, we going to the death on this. Why? Because I don't bother nobody. You understand? Sometimes I will overlook your ignorance because you don't know what you're dealing with. You understand? And as long as you say what you want in most cases, unless you catch me on a bad day. Understand? But as long as you don't put your hands on me, you good. You dig, man? I had people attack my children when we cleaned up 24th Street, just like New Jack City. He went in and took it over and cleaned it up. I moved my family into the situation, and so they wanted to take it out on my children and stuff when I brought them out from back east, and they weren't used to that type of stuff. Little Yusuf got jumped on, hit in the head with a bat. And my wife got called names and stuff, and I had to go out and check the brother, and he gonna call the police, but y'all selling drugs, but you gonna call me out. I knock on your door. Now, you leave out the door, go down to the other end where y'all was selling drugs, and you gonna peep your head out. Tell my punk, I want you. I had a cup of fruit with me. I said, I don't know about it, but I got this one. So he kind of running up there, and I put that combo on him real quick. He went down. And this fool got nerve. They got nerve to call the police on me. But y'all started it, brother. This is what I'm saying. And then what happened was, I caught the case. But now Jabril was friends with their son, which he was older than Jabril, taller and everything. But Jabril, they have always been trained up going to classes and taking their training and stuff like that. So one day I'm in the parking lot, we on the upper level, so Jabril coming out of one of my offices and talking about 19 keys. And so she sucked her son on Jabril. You understand? Because he was taller than Jabril. So he run up and then Jabril bust him up, and the little dude went to crying. But he about 2-3 years older than Jabril. Plus some of the brothers with him, they looked, they said, woo! Of course, Pop was proud. You understand what I'm saying? These type of things, mess with your family, all these type of things. I had people sick, try to attack my daughter, and had them try to jump on my older daughter, Vaisha. And she whooped the little girl. The little girl had a little reputation, but it didn't take her long. So the brother that had a situation with us at the bakery, now he over there. Now he gonna get in it. Now you gonna threaten my family. Okay. But the fruit I heard about it, so they come over there, I said, brother, I got this. Don't even worry about it, brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna handle this when the sun go down. So I know the brother where he gonna be later on that night. The way it got dark. I ain't kill him or nothing, but I did get a chance to talk to him. We ain't had no more problem with him though. I seen him one day in San Francisco. I was on post. He had like he eat Dobie. He did. Kept moving. Understand? But that's the way we had to be, bro. I could tell you so many stories about things that we done had to deal with out here, but so I know now. You dig? I'm 71, brother, but I'm good. I feel good. I'm good. And this is the way we had to move. Teach our children to be strong and upright. And that, the world belongs to them. This is our planet. This is our world. The future belongs to them. That's the key. The future belongs to our youth. And we just have to instill that vision in them and the know-how and set the example and take on that responsibility as Black men. You understand? And quit criticizing everything. Even the Muslims. And I spoke to my Muslim brothers and sisters, you got to get out of that criticizing because don't nobody know what you're talking about. You want to criticize the minister for what he doing, but this man has dedicated his life. You don't even know what it takes to raise the dead at all. That's the most difficult job on the planet, is raise a dead man and woman and give them life. You understand what I'm saying? So if you talking about the minister and we're in a meeting, or that person to come to learn something, they don't understand. So now you keeping them from accepting Islam and learning something that can benefit them by bringing in your wants and dislikes about what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, this and that. Well, I just do this, brother. But the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was a man I never met. Said this man would be my spokesman. Then ain't nothing else to say. If you say you follow Honorable Elijah Muhammad, then you got to follow that instruction too. You understand what I'm saying? If you say Mr. Farrakhan doing this, that, and another. Well, has the messenger ever been wrong? Why all of a sudden when he ain't on the scene, he wrong about his decisions? You understand what I'm saying? So these little type of things, that keep us from coming together completely and getting the job done, and the nation has thousands and thousands and thousands of brothers and sisters highly qualified. You understand? Shit, we should damn near be running America right now with all the resources that we got amongst ourselves, but we let this jealous and envy, he say, she say, stuff keep us divided while our people suffer. You understand what I'm saying? We ain't got enough damn sense to come together and say, look, we might disagree, but let's work on the things that we agree on. You understand? Right. And let's get the job done, and we can have this discussion later. Because later you might even have the discussion. Because you find out it's so irrelevant that we have to unite, brother, and work together on all levels, because you all the key. Black man in America has been in the cave for over 400 years, walking around. The baddest thing in the jungle is the lion. And all he had to do was open the door, because the door was never locked. But you thought it was. You thought you needed a key, but all you had to do was push up. Understand? So now we coming up out that cage. That's what you can see going across the planet. You understand? That's why you see the Africans starting to stretch out a little bit, starting to roar a little bit. You understand what I'm saying? But they know it's takeover time. Understand? And the black man in America, roaring yet. He's trying to get there. He sounds like a little pretty cat right now. Understand? But that's going to change very shortly. And I'm talking for, that's not for everybody, but there's enough out there that has so much fear put into them. And our young people see that, man. Brother, I done had a brother that killed his father. And we had a business meeting. I told him to bring his son. He brought his son. We talked to him and stuff. But I could see all that anger that he had in him, because they was in high school. Now he don't come out of high school, but he limited on opportunities. He ain't had the type of gear that he would like to wear, and but somehow, and I told him, the brothers, man, you need to get with your son more. And it didn't quite work out that way. Him and his son had a falling out, and his mother would call their grandson, going to try to mend the fence with the father and the son. Brought him to his father's house, and he ended up stabbing his father and killed his father. You understand? And they both were young. Actually, his father was young too. And but these type of things happen in our community because that communication gap get taken out the way, and then, you know, children got to understand you don't really have the right to blame your parents, as long as they haven't mistreated you, abused you and stuff like that, because everybody got their shortcomings. But the thing is, your buddy's here. You understand? So ever transpired, I know the brother regrets killing his father to this day, but he got emotionally upset and murdered his father. Understand what I'm saying? So all these things is taking place in our community, brother. You know, I had brothers tell me about their son witness their partner kill somebody in their family, and the son having nightmares about it and trying to find out how to deal with those type of situations and stuff. You know, all these type of things. You know, our people see murders. You know, our young children seeing people being murdered in front of their faces and stuff like that. Don't you know that stuff is very, very traumatizing to a young mind? And you might not even know the thing that they dealing with after they experience these type of things, because we so used to seeing it. I done seen people female got knocked in their house, and dude run out the house, across the street, and got away, and the dude was cutting the grass next door. He never looked up. I heard the shots and everything. But we had come so acclimated to it.
Desensitization.
You know what I mean? These type of things are going on day and night, brother. Young people had to go to school, these cesspools, being challenged with gang activity. You got to be able to fight if you're going to survive. You understand? And all these type of things, you know, all this pressure putting on young people in the public school system, all of this stuff. And our children supposed to come out perfect. Hell no. How they gonna come out and be civilized when they in a cesspool And all they teaching how to be is uncivilized human beings. Understand what I'm saying? And we sitting here judging our young children, and we haven't even stepped up to the table properly. So, if you want much, they're gonna tell you the solution to your problem. Go vote. That's all they're gonna tell you. Go vote. If he got a cracker in the White House, he don't know if he woke or sleep half the time. Understand? And you know, you got Trump. I don't know, man. This is the choice that y'all give us. Is this the best America got? Understand? That's why we need to separate, brother. How our children gonna see a future in this corruption? Crime is up because the politicians are corrupt. So it's just trickling down from the top. That's why. Why should people obey the law when y'all can break every law in front of our face, understand, and tell me to obey? Lost your damn mind. Man, that's why it's takeover time, brother. This is a psychological game that's being played on the youth of America. And then we got to stay up on our foreign policy. You got to stay up on all of these things, brother. You got to think like a general. We got to know how to build our own city. You know, in our school, we would teach our children even how to set up a city. Understand what I'm saying? If you want to start a city, what the first thing you need to do? What you need to set up? Understand? These type of things our children need to know. Our children can't even look at the sky and tell what's north, south, west, or east. You understand? Our children can't even read a damn map now. You take Google away, shit, they never will make it where they got to go. These are the type of things, this type of education we got to teach our children, brother, how to survive and excel. Well, I always used to teach, we strive to be the best of the best. You understand? We would mop the floor in the bakery. We had contests. We had that steel gray floor. So we would mop it when we got through. We want that boy shining like glass. You understand? But everything the black man should do, he should do it like a god. Because that's what you are, to the best of your ability. That's it, proper education, brother. But I think I done gave y'all enough tonight, brother.
We appreciate it greatly.
I have to be talking from now on. But it's an honor and a pleasure to come before you all tonight and expound a little bit on the way we need to connect to our young people, man. And then sometimes, you know, we just have to know how to show kindness to our young people sometimes, brother. You know how to approach them. Because I ain't never been scared to approach my youth at all. I always had ways to know how to connect with them. Had young brother Yaku come through, brought pop keys, nice Simon Burger today, and I hadn't heard from him in a while. I knew his father, brother Nadar, he gone now. He was younger than me, but something happened to him. And but we had connected our families. We tied our families together. You understand? And so like I told him, you know, I always gonna honor and respect that code that we set up. We tie the families together. We support and help one another. Time of need or whatever. You know what I mean? Call on me if you need me, you can call on whatever. We're going to school down here. And, you know, these are things we had to do, tie our family together and get that family together, brother. You know, and get yourself right before you take on the family. My mother used to always teach me, say you can't take care of no one until you take care of yourself first. You understand? Some brothers try to do it the wrong way and end up getting caught up, get stuck, because you should set yourself up first before you take on a family. It's much easier, you understand, to maintain and keep a family instead of just trying to start from scratch. And then you want to have these weddings with the $50,000 wedding rings and all of those damn type of stuff. You understand? You're already broke. Now you're in the hole. You understand? All this old type of stuff, man. You be putting that money toward the business. You know, setting something else up. You understand? But like I say, you know, black man to God. I'm gonna leave you this and let's tell you this. When I gave the analysis, when we was on the island, if you was on the island with your wife and your child, and you had that one piece of meat. And I asked the brothers in the fruit class, who gonna eat that piece of meat? A lot of brothers said, well, I'm gonna give it to the wife and my baby. I said, hell, I'm gonna eat that meat, brother. Understand? Why you gonna eat the meat? Because I'm the hunter. So if I get too weak to go out and hunt, everybody gonna die. But I go out and hunt because I got enough strength to bring back that big piece of meat for everybody to eat. You understand? That's masculine thinking. And sometimes in your family, brother, you have to make choices that's not popular with the family, but which is best for the family. You have to call that shot. Understand what I'm saying? And the man got to be right when you make those type of decisions, because your woman ain't gonna let you forget it. You understand what I'm saying? But sometimes your family don't even like you sometimes, brother. But that go along with the territory. You did? Because, why? Because I know what I'm doing. That's why they call me the father, pops. You understand what I'm saying? So I had to make the decision of what's best for the family, and I ain't got time to be running around explaining to you why I made that decision. Understand? You just keep getting that free internet and watching Netflix and have something on the damn table. You dig? But let me make these decisions. But I tell you this because I experienced all these things. But that's the way it goes, because you just have to know how. You just have to be right. That's what the man's responsibility is. You dig what I'm saying? You know, it ain't always, you're going to always be liked by your family and stuff. You have to make tough decisions. Sometimes, you know, you have to cut the children. You can't do this. You can't go with that. You know, even when our children growing up, we had younger, certain music they couldn't even play in the house around the children, because I didn't want them to be influenced by all the bad language and the cursing and the lyrics. So they couldn't play it in the house openly. They can play it, but do it, put your headphones on, or do it privately somewhere else. Because I didn't want the little one running around here cursing and all that old type of stuff. On damn rap lyric and all this other type of stuff. So all those things you have to implement. And all your children you can't treat the same, because all of them not the same. All of them take, some you might not have to give a whole lot of attention to. Some have to be encouraged more. Some might be a little bit more sensitive. Then you study your children's habits, they wants and dislikes. You see what they like or what they're interested in. Then you try to guide them into that. Because you can always discover your child's gift if you pay enough attention to them. You understand? But then you don't try to mold them into you. Let them be free-minded, free thinkers. You understand? And develop their own way. You just make sure, you know, you try to guide them down that path they're trying to go. Because you might be at baseball, basketball, they might not want to do that. They might want to take a different path. You understand? You know what I'm saying? So all these things, you have to study your children and see what their needs are and try to put it into them. But the first thing you should do, give them that self-esteem and tell them who they are and what their responsibility is. Give them responsibilities. You know, brothers, you know, got young brothers, don't even want to take out the garbage. My son used to argue on how many dishes one of them done wash. But I done washed 5, but you still got 20 over here. You know what I mean? All this old type of stuff, you know, but that's family. That's things that you learn how to bring out of them. You know, I watched my children, Samad and Bashir. You know, they were little, because Jabril, Asian one, and Yusuf, they were older. They were more in the teenage, so I was on the back porch one day, I was looking down. So Jabril and them and the Asian one, they kind of bust them up a little bit, because they little boy, they couldn't really do nothing. And they walked out to the alley, so I seen them plotting those. Bashir and Samad went to plot. So I seen them dig a hole in the ground. Then I seen them put some water in it and put some a cardboard over the top of it. So they called Jabril and them, and they said something slick to them, so here they come running. You understand? They gonna put them back in check, but when they ran up, they stepped into the hole. You understand? Got wet. They couldn't do nothing but laugh. I said, well, hell, I ain't got to worry about them. You understand? Or they know how to think. You understand what I'm saying? Equal the odds down. So little things like that, you just learn and notice about your children. And I never colored them. I would take them out to the park. I just let them run. Before they want to run, I keep a certain pace where I can get to them if necessary. But I let them stretch out, man. Come on, don't go too far now. Stretch out. I want you to stretch out. I want you to explore the world. You understand? I ain't gonna try to hold your hand. But if you get too far, something get ready to jump off, I can get to you. But go on run. I can see you. I can get to you. Yeah, no, I ain't holding your hand. Let's go. Understand? Matter of fact, you ain't gonna sit up in this house all day either. You got to get out. You understand? Take them to the park with my wife. Make sure they go to the library, what have you. Make sure they learn how to read, communicate, write, and all these, and think, and all these things. You have to spend time with your children, brother. And I can guarantee you, be more successful that way than teaching them just to go to school, get a job, a dog, a house on the picket fence. You might get a black woman. Most of you get some money these days. Go get your white girl. Stop be damn. Understand? But they went through all of this. End up with Miss Karen. Damn shame. Then she just wait for you to mess up. Like old Tiger take most of your money. Man, what's going on? Look at OJ. So we got to get out of that, brother. Marry into our own, because the reason why people marry into the black nation, because they're trying to hide their seed. Because they know they're genetically recessive and we're the dominant ones on the planet, and everything comes from black. So the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said they would try to hide their seed in the black nation by a white woman having a child by a black man and vice versa. And you listen to them, a lot of them will tell you straight out, that's what they do. Understand? Because when they fall, they're only going to be allowed to live. Some of them, all of them ain't going to be destroyed, but a good portion of them will be. But some that will live for 1,000 years, and after that, there will be no more. Everything going back to straight black, because it's the genes that we carry within us. It's too strong for them to continue to survive. And they was put here as an experiment to see how black people would respond when they was introduced to evil. See, once upon a time, the knowledge that evil wasn't even on the planet. So when they brought the Caucasian on the planet, this was the big experiment. Which one you gonna choose, God or the devil? Especially when people didn't even know what it was to be evil, fornicate, or to tell a lie. We didn't know anything about being evil. That wasn't available knowledge until Mr. Yakub was allowed to come on the scene and fulfill his destiny. So then they brought evil on the planet. Understand? And the test is to see which one shall prevail. Of course, goodness shall prevail in the end. But this is the test that we all got to come through. And nobody come here. Anybody was sent here came here by choice. And before we were sent as new beings on the planet, you were told that you would have to come and experience evil. Now you can make that choice. You can come to the birth canal, come to this planet, understand, and see if you can pass this test and go back into your righteous nature. And that's what we experience now. That's why you see the battle really for the soul of the people now. You understand? It ain't so much the gun. It's about the values and the morals and the principles, which one you gonna choose. That's a decision that we got to make. And once these choices are made, well, every tub sits on its own bottom. But the destruction is here now. This is we will not be able to get around. I would say everybody should stock up on supplies, because you never know what might take place. Because this thing's in full bloom. It's like so-called unidentified flying object we know about, been knowing about. Understand? And we know who on them ships. And they sure the hell ain't them funny little people that they got showing y'all on TV and all these little photos. Not at all, brother. They look like you and I, black men and women. Understand? They've been trained up from the age of birth. That's on these so-called unidentified flying objects in the mothership. And I can speak on it because I have personally seen them, and I'm gonna let that alone. But a lot of them revealed all that to me. I haven't just seen it up close. Understand? So we good, brother.
We're gonna need to get one of those books, Pop Keys.
Huh?
I said, we're going to need you to work on them books because we going to need one of them with all these stories in it.
Yeah, I got so many of them, brother. I go home, but they all true stories, brother. And I got some of them, but you know, I don't know. I just be in the right mindset. So much be going on, and you know, so just take the time, just sit down. It's gonna take me a little while to put it together the way I want to, but I got a good portion of it already written, actually. But there's a lot more to tell you. I might have to make part 1 or 2 or something. I really do, because once I get to Oakland, hell, it's a whole nother book, brother. Even how we raised the family and the decision that we made. You know, how to teach our children and what we were doing at that time, how we had to prepare ourselves. We didn't just lay down to have children, but we had to prepare ourselves, mentally, physically, and spiritually. You understand? And that sperm had to be strong, clean, full of good DNA. Understand what I'm saying? Your woman's mind had to be on the same page. So when she produced them children, because she gonna teach them. So you didn't want to teach them about Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. That wasn't jumping off in the house. Understand? You're gonna teach our children who they are and give them their history. Go all the way back to 76 trillion years before they started making time. Understand what I'm saying? We used to then go by the clock. We would go by when you completed your task. When you put the sun up there, we go by the sunset. Or when we put the moon up there, then we'll go by the moon. The waste of the moon or the full moon. It was 29, 30-day cycle or something like that. Until we start developing time, start bringing in, you know, and time is nothing but motion. And also time can be an illusion. You understand? That's why you see people that get a certain age think they're supposed to look a certain way. Or they're supposed to be doing this. That's what your mind told you. Because you took in the connotation and a lot of the Caucasian. White people look much older than us, and they be younger. Understand? So when you get a certain age, they got you thinking that you damn near through. When we live thousands of years. You understand what I'm saying? So you had to take the time and throw that out. You understand? Because it really don't apply to us like that. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? Shit, you can damn near live. I always say, shit, I'm gonna live forever. Which I know I'm not. But I am, as long as my seed is alive. You understand? Because I look at all my children, I see a piece of me and all of them. Understand? Can't get around. And my daughter got part of me too. I like the part they got, because they got that. Daughter got that gangster in them though. Yeah.
Yes, they do. I got 2 of them. Yes, they do.
Yeah, you know, my boys, they cool, and sometimes they get a little bit too damn emotional for me, take on the mama heads. You understand? All that old fuss and arguing with one another. You know, and then men should have discussions sometimes when they disagree out the presence of the female. You understand what I'm saying? We do that amongst ourselves. Because sometimes a woman with her emotions, she can exacerbate something and make it go even higher. And men are not supposed to do that when we disagree. You understand? We do that amongst ourselves, and we keep that amongst ourselves. We call that FOI business. That ain't your mama's business. You understand? If a man get upset and don't know what to do sometime with his family, you can go to your brother. You cry on your brother's shoulder. But when you come back home, it's going to be all right, baby. You understand? I got it. You understand? But damn, you broke down crying in front of your woman. Only thing she going to do later on once she get through crying, girl, you know this nigga was over here crying. What I'm supposed to do? You dig? Black man ain't supposed to move like that, but those things we haven't been taught, brother. You know, this is, you know, that's masculinity. There ain't nothing wrong with being masculine, but that's the way we are created. That's why they say we agree a degree above woman, because we're supposed to be the rulers. We're supposed to be the leaders. We're supposed to effect positive change. And every 25,000 years, it shifts back. So sometimes you can find spots in history where the women were in charge. Understand what I'm saying? It changes. That's all. So, brother, I'm going to let y'all go tonight, brother. It's been an honor and a pleasure coming on tonight, talking with you brothers. Y'all need me again, man. Y'all got my number. Hit Pop Keys up, brother.
Absolutely, will
But
do.
remember
Let me
this.
return to you again, Pop Keys. I'm gonna need to get you, my granddad, and your son together.
Yes, sir.
My granddad's an Olympian, humanitarian, civil rights. John Carlos. He put his fist up.
Yeah.
He actually lived in Oakland and all that
Who's your
time.
granddad, brother? What's his name?
John Carlos. I'll show you the picture real quick.
Oh, brother. Yeah, you know how, man. You
Yeah,
talking about Carlos them?
That's my
Bro,
granddad.
they the one that kicked it off. I think 68, whatever, and they stood up.
68.
Tommy Smith and all them, that's powerful.
Yes,
down
sir.
in Mexico. That's when the black man wasn't afraid, though. Yeah, John Carlos' brother told that black power. Oh, man, that's history.
Yes, sir. So we're going to have to get y'all together. Get y'all
that
on conversation.
Oh, man, we would have a hell of a conversation.
Yes, sir. Yes, you will.
I was adjusted when they did that at the Olympics. And plus, they were some bad brothers on top of that. But that Olympics made a statement to the whole world.
Yes, sir.
When the civil rights movement was going on. And and I know they were stigmatized for a long time for doing that. You understand? But they did it. They legends, brother. That's part of our history. So it's been an honor and a pleasure, brother. I never thought I'd be talking to John Carlos' grandpeople and all this, brother.
You'll be talking to John Carlos pretty soon.
I'll tell you a lot, brother. Yeah, man. I remember that just as plain. I'm sitting there looking at this the night that they did it and stuff like that, brother. It shocked the world.
You might be even more sick. I'm gonna have to figure out when he was in Oakland, because y'all might have been right around there to get together.
Yeah, he might have knew Dr. Bay though, because Dr. Bay was our teacher. Because he went to McCliven High.
He probably did.
And he was telling me that's when Jim Hines went to McCliven. That's right there in the hood. He said, man, they go to the track meet. He said, man, they be at that racing a white boy. He said, man, the brother be at the starting line. They be hitting on that wine and stuff. And then as soon as they shoot the gun, the brother gone like a rocket.
Go.
White boy, they didn't got out the blocks. You understand what I'm saying? But this the power of the black man. That's what we got in us, brother. We some powerful beings, brother. But you just been miseducated with all that's getting ready to come out now. But that's an honor and a pleasure, brother. So thank you all for inviting me. I look forward to coming back, brother. But I got to go, y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Enjoy the rest of your birthday, sir.
Brother Brian, yes, sir. Well, I ain't doing, I don't do a whole lot on my birthday because I just understand the blessing that I am receiving, have received, and that's good enough for me. Understand what I'm saying? I said, I'm good because now, I know. That's the difference. I don't believe in none of that. I know life, brother. You dig? And that's sufficient. I know my people. I know my people. I know a lot. And some things I can never really teach because some things don't have words that you can apply to certain knowledge. The things that you know. And certain things happen, I don't let it affect me emotionally. I just understand why things happen and just keep moving on. You know what I mean? And when you do good out here, the main purpose is to develop that divine hedge around your family. And Allah will protect you. You understand? We got divine hedge around a good portion of the black nation, but if you get on that right path, Allah put a divine hedge around your family. You understand? There's a state that as long as you don't make the wrong decisions and take it away. So we good. Take over time. So good night, soldiers.
Thanks, same to you, sir.
Thanks, Pop.
Catch you later, Pop Keys. Take care.
Yes, sir. Good night.
But if you guys like the discussion, don't forget to hit the like button. We're going to see you guys next time. Peace.